we love the show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Why exactly did Rasheeda, you already kind of built a name for yourself, especially down south, but why did you decide I want to do this reality show?
Well, I mean, let's just keep it real. It's an amazing platform, if you kind of, understand that it's a give and take and things aren't always going to go your way. But at the same time, you will be opening yourself up to a fan base that a lot of times an artist like myself who's underground, may not touch, as quickly as they can with it being with television. But in the process of just talking to different people about reality shows and different offers that were coming to me, when I was talking about love and hip hop, I just felt as though it was more realistic to my life, which is being a female in hip hop, being a woman who's in love, who loves doing music, and who loves her relationship. So it kind of fit.
And you were the focal point. And so this is perfect timing for you to be here on the show because you were the focal point on the last episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yeah.
How was it? How was it watching that back?
You know what? Anytime I watch, I'm always sitting there like with my butt on the edge of the damn seat every time. Because first of all, I'm just cracking up at a lot of things that be going on, with the other castmates and stuff. And then to watch myself, you kind of get to look at yourself and be like, okay, I am doing the most.
It was a very intense episode with you and your husband.
Yeah.
I know you can't reveal what's coming up, but do you regret meeting with the other management behind his back?
Well, I can't say I regret it. I would say, should I have went about it a different way? That's a strong possibility of something I should have done. But at the same time, like, my intentions on doing it was all in the place of trying to better the business. It wasn't anything on a personal level at all. And, I was just, let me take that back. It was on a personal level because him and I had been having so many problems business-wise and it trickling over to our personal relationship. I figured, let me talk to somebody and let's see if maybe we can alleviate some of our problems by having somebody else come in and possibly help us out, not only with, handling business things, but relieving some pressures off of him because he wears a lot of hats. You know what I'm saying? And so do I. But, I will have to say that it's something that eventually would have to come to the surface. It just so happened to come to the surface on TV.
Exactly. It was a very intense, very emotional scene. Was your intention to fire him, though? Because you didn't really say no when he asked.
No, that wasn't the intention at all.
Okay.
It's not to say, oh, you fired. I mean, it's like, how you do? Come on, keep it real. How you fire your husband? That's hard, ain't it?
It's going to be pretty bad. For both parties.
It is, but at the same time, I just wanted him to understand that, I have the initiative to go, and I felt like it wasn't anything I was trying to do to hurt. It was only to try to better. And it's a hard thing. And when you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage, and you work together, it's hard to keep that balance and, and really just try to be, in the right place. And you go through ups and downs as a husband and wife, as people, point blank, period. Some things you do are great things. Some things you do are not. But you don't know until you step into those things. And, I think eventually us building up our team is going to help us tremendously.
What happened with that video premiere party?
Let me just
was
say,
that real?
The video premiere party was real. Now, I will say this. At the very last minute, the time of the party got switched on us due to television filming aspects of things. Okay. But if you go look on the blogs, you will see the pictures from the party, and you'll see all the people that were there that you didn't see on camera, in other words.
Yeah, because it was real empty on camera.
It looks really empty on camera. Yes, it did. And I ain't going to flex in front of it. It was a crazy look, but it wasn't the fact that people weren't there. There were people it was people there.
Yeah. But how did you feel, though, seeing it on television? Because you knew that, oh, no, it actually, people did arrive, but you knew all the other things around it. How did it feel, though, to see that? And then what was the fan reaction, especially for this last episode? So I know fans were hitting you up on Twitter and things like that. What were their reactions to this last episode?
I mean, honey, look, on this show, you get all kind of mixed reactions from, the haters to the lovers to the people who, for even some people who were there and was like, that wasn't how the party was, So, it is what it is. I'm a big girl. I can take it. I'm not tripping. I mean, of course, the look wasn't good, but at the same time, you got to understand that there is the element of surprise when you do reality shows because you're not in the editing room.
Yeah.
So you never know how it comes out. But, I know how the event turned out. And, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
So Rasheeda, and because we always have a question of the night, and my question of the night originally was going to be about how is it working with, your family? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? And we're starting to see that played out on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with you and your husband. Where are you guys today when it comes to your management style and the whole situation? Has this experience taught you guys something to make it better, or where are you guys right now with that?
Where we are as far as that, continue to watch, and you'll see how it all plays out. As far as him and I are concerned, we are a husband and wife. He's not my baby daddy. I'm not his girlfriend. I'm not his side chick. I'm not his mistress. I'm his wife. He's my husband. And in a relationship, you communicate and you get through your problems when you're in a marriage for the long haul, and that's just what it is. And, at the end of the day, you live in life, and it just so happens to be 5, 6 cameras following you around. You might not make some of the best decisions, and you may, and you look at situations and you learn from them. You learn from your experiences, and you grow. And I just want people to continue to watch so y'all can see how this story plays out, honey. But as far as him and I are concerned, we're us. We're communicating. We're doing what needs to be done, and that's that.
And I'm sure a lot of people wonder about this because there's a lot of up and coming artists that listen to KEMPIRE Radio, and a lot of times they have very close people from like maybe their family, friends managing their career. Do you when you see that someone in your team it's not working? Let's say particularly because right now we're watching this whole situation with your husband play out, and it seems as if it's not working. How do you let that person know that this is not working?
I mean, you have to be vocal. You have to say it. You have to let it be known. And I think that not only do you have to say it, but you kind of have to prove it in a way, like to be like, okay, this is why I'm feeling this way. This is why I'm feeling like it's not working out. I mean, you can see on the show how I would always be like, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about. And he would come back to me with, well, this is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm this, and this is what I'm that. And you get that regardless to if it was in a relationship situation, but just an artist and a manager or whatnot. As artists, a lot of times we are expecting and looking forward to certain things. Some things are unrealistic and we bitch anyway, which is crazy. But, I mean, it can be beneficial and non-beneficial, when it comes to somebody close to you or somebody in your family or whatever, because you want somebody who's looking out for your well-being, who's holding you down, got your back, and ain't stealing from you and doing all kind of shiesty shit to you, and on one side. And then, on the other end, those type of situations may happen, family or not. So
that's true.
It's crazy. You just have to be vocal about what you want and what you expect. And if they can't provide it, then keep it pushing.
A lot of people, Rasheeda, they know your name, they know your face, but, it wasn't until Love and Hip Hop that they really realized, who you are as an artist. Why do you think that the Rasheeda brand hasn't been taken to maybe the level of a Nicki Minaj or, a little Kim or something like that?
Okay. I definitely think it's about the timing for an artist. Definitely being independent is a big part of it. I have had major deals and been in situations where I've had great records, but they just weren't ready to focus, and ready to put everything behind that female artist. I think being independent, it takes a whole lot. Being in the industry takes a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of dedication. And for where I sit as an artist, and I let people know this, you don't have to be mainstream to be successful. I'm a blessed independent artist. This is what I do. I don't have a side hustle, a side job. I have my own home. I own various amounts of automobiles. I have a lot of things, and I'm going to continue to have those things. And sometimes mainstream may not always be well, let me say this. Not even would it always be, but mainstream is different in a lot of different people's eyes. Being independent is a great thing if you have a fan base and you continue to put music out there, and that's something that I have. And I'm looking forward to definitely growing, but I think it's just about the timing, and maybe this VH1 platform will take Rasheeda to the next place.
Would you be open to a major deal?
Depending upon the deal and the situation, because I'm very, funny about that whole thing, as you can see how I talk about it on the show, because I've been there. And, I like the fact that, when Marry Me sells, 9,000, 10,000, in a week or whatever, that I see that money. If I was signed to a major, they want a piece of everything you have. You get in advance. You really don't see any other money. They're getting money off of everything you're doing. And, I want to make my money and continue to own my publishing and be able to put my songs like My Bubblegum in movies like Paul Blart Mall Cop and get my checks, and for my family to see that money in the long run. And that won't happen under a major umbrella, and that's what pushes me away from that.
Will we see more of the family aspects of you on Love and Hip Hop?
I sure do hope so.
If you guys just tuned into TKIF, I'm here with Love and Hip Hop star and also rap star Rasheeda. Rasheeda, for a lot of people that are not familiar with your sound, how would you describe Rasheeda the artist?
Rasheeda the artist is the around-the-way, ghetto, fabulous, hood chick, women empowering, boss, bitch movement. I'll say what a lot of women want to say in these raps. I, give it to you 100, and I just got that, that fly, hood, sexy, classy swag.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, like I said, are just getting familiar with your music now. What has been the response, because you already had your fan base. And a lot of people already knew who Rasheeda was before this. But now you're exposed to a whole nother fan base. What has been the response to the music?
Very well. I mean, extremely well. There's not a place I can go where somebody doesn't sing "Marry Me" back to me. It's crazy. And people can say what they want to say. It don't make me no difference. "Marry Me" is a fun record. I loved the way the beat felt. I loved the way it moved. You can never take yourself too seriously sometimes when it comes to doing music and doing your craft, and the record is doing so well, and it's such a blessing. I'm out places and I have, people of different nationalities singing the song and stuff, and it blows me away, and the sales are definitely showing that it's
I know that's right.
I got to keep that real.
Rasheeda from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is here with us tonight. Rasheeda, so you said "Marry Me." That is the single. We're going to play that a little bit later on. But where's that from? When can we expect the full album?
The album is available right now on iTunes, Amazon, wherever you get your online music. It's already available. The first single, of course, is "Marry Me." The second single is called "Legs to the Moon," and it features my girl Candy. So definitely looking out for that. That video is a done deal, signed, sealed, and delivered, and will be dropping shortly.
It seems as if in Atlanta that everyone seems to know everyone, because I remember seeing you also, kind of in the behind the scenes on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Have you and Candy been friends for a very long time?
Yeah, before she was even in Escape.
Wow.
So it's been a very long time. Yeah, we've known each other for a long time.
Will we see any of you on The Real Housewives of Atlanta this season?
No, you won't see me on there.
You hiding?
Unfortunately, we can't. Sometimes, we can't cross those paths anymore like we used to. But I go to a lot of her, things that she does have, and the cameras be there, but you won't see me.
Oh, because I remember saying like, "That's Rasheeda."
Yeah.
Rasheeda, how would you, first of all, I mean, you describe the sound of your music, but the look of Rasheeda is a whole nother thing. I mean, your look is just like high fashion. How would you describe your look?
I would say I'm really kind of like that, that edgy, never overthink, like to be effortless, don't go too hard, don't get out of my comfort zone type of woman. I mean, high fashion to a certain extent, but I'm not a label whore. I'll shop all over the place because I just feel like sometimes, sometimes we try to overdo it and it's just freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just like to stay in my zone and do what's comfortable for myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, really.
Any other endeavors coming up for you besides the music?
My goodness, my website, imbossy.com. It's imbossy.com. It's doing so extremely well. So well to the fact that I'm thinking about, possibly opening up a physical location. I'm looking into that. I have a few things under wraps I will be announcing soon that I'm working on right now, that I'm excited about. And it's just some other things outside of music, of course. And, I'm just working hard promoting this album. Things are going really, really great with it. The show, we're getting ready for the reunion, so that's going to be something. And,
well,
I'm just taking it all in stride. I'm also on the road a lot. I'll be in Nashville tomorrow, then I'm headed to St. Louis, and where else am I going? Jesus, Savannah, New Orleans. I got a bunch of places I'll be, so.
Speaking of the show, let's talk about the other ladies. I mean, 'cause first of all, we haven't seen you in conflict with anyone, but like, who are your real life friends that's on the show?
I'm cool. I'm cool with Scrappy. I'm cool with Erica.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Mimi I've actually known Mimi for a really long time. Me and Mimi are cool. As far as that, that's for everybody else. I really kind of met, upon the show, like Carly and Kay and Jocelyn and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's pretty much it.
What are your thoughts on the whole Jocelyn, Mimi, and Stevie J love triangle? Because that made a big explosion this past episode as well.
Yeah, and I think it's a crazy situation. It's something I wouldn't have the patience for as a woman. Something that I wouldn't deal with,
Mm-hmm.
I think Mimi's a great girl, and I think she deserves just greatness, and I hope that she finds it.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the rest of that situation, I just look at it like, wow.
What about Scrappy and Erica? 'Cause since they are friends of yours, that whole situation that's unfolding, because I have my own opinion on that whole situation.
You know what? To keep it real,
Mm-hmm.
Scrappy is crazy to let Erica go.
Mm.
That's just how I feel about that. I mean, that's something I'll, continue to just watch the show.
You know what, Rasheeda?
I mean, I just feel like, come on now.
K. Michelle and Carly, that I don't even think that's real because it's just so funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Very funny. It is what it is. Things be happening and people say stuff, people be lying and stuff.
Who's
Who
lying?
knows,
Who's lying, Rasheeda? Tell us who's lying.
You know what? I can't even tell you.
Look,
I don't even know. You don't be knowing what to believe half the time around here, honey. But I tell you,
what is life?
I think they're past that, which is a good thing. Hopefully
I don't think so. She was just here on the show.
Oh, well, maybe they ain't.
She was just here on the show. K. Michelle had some jokes.
Oh, Lord.
But what is life like in Atlanta? Because I've always, we've had a couple people that live in Atlanta call into the show and we talk about Atlanta. What is life really like? It seems like it's so small. Is it really like that down there?
Atlanta's kind of small. It has a great pace. It's a city where I think that's why a lot of people decide to move here because it's not, of course, it's not like New York with the super fast pace, but it's a place of opportunity. It's a place of what's happening, what's hot, what's going on. It's just a live city that's grown into this mecca of entertainment and fashion and now television like crazy. So it's always something popping off. I mean, sometimes, Atlanta can tend to be a little fake, though, and everybody want to be in VIP and all that extra over-the-topness. But
Nene.
to be honest with you, it's a great city.
It sounds like a great city. Rasheeda from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is here with us tonight. Rasheeda, before we let you go, I have a couple of more questions. Well, it's actually a game that I want to play with you. It's called Finish This Sentence. Life is
a big, big blessing.
The world needs.
What the world needs? Health insurance, damn it.
I believe in.
God.
Love is.
What me and my husband have.
Rap music needs.
Rasheeda.
I want to thank
My family and God.
the person I most want to be proud of me is
My son.
I'm ready to forgive
All the haters, because I know that I don't know no better.
I want my legacy to be
Left with people understanding that Rasheeda just was that real chick who just made us feel good, who kept it 100 and said the things that we wanted to say.
Rasheeda, you have this real strong demeanor, but what makes Rasheeda feel insecure?
What makes me feel insecure? Nothing really makes me feel insecure. Like, nothing really makes me feel insecure. I can't think of anything that makes me be like, you know. There may be some here and there, certain situations you get in, you might feel a tad bit uncomfortable, but insecurity is something that that doesn't really sit around here too much.
Okay, that's good. That's a good thing. What brings Rasheeda joy?
What brings me joy is my fans who constantly just, show me love and just, they motivate me and inspire me to keep going after my goals and dreams and stuff. And what else is my son?
Most definitely. Yeah. So you only have one child, your son. Will we see him on Love and Hip Hop at all?
I would hope so. I ain't in that editing room, but I would hope so.
So there are scenes, but you're not sure if they're going to make the cut.
Right.
What can you tell us about what's about to come up in regards to your career and also with the show? Will you come back for a season 2 after this experience?
Yeah, I would. I definitely would do that. And what's coming up, we're getting close to, the end. We're not there yet, but getting close. So I just, look forward to seeing some, let me see, some people getting past some things, some people not getting past some things, some great things happening, and some not so great things happening.
You are so vague, Rasheeda, but we love it.
I know.
Rasheeda, I hope you will come back. We're going to play your single, Marry Me, and we just wish you so much success, and don't be a stranger.
I won't. I definitely won't. That's what's up. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Rasheeda from Love and Hip Hop. Here is her song, Marry Me, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rasheeda.
Thank you. Bye-bye.